Mr. Mars, this week in auto history.
Yeah, buddy. We had lots of things going on this week in auto history. Picked out 4 of them that I thought were rather interesting. And beginning in 1965, Chevrolet introduced the Caprice.
Now, this was still my heart.
This was actually, when it was introduced, it was an option package for the Impala, but it became a standalone model, and it became one of Chevrolet's most successful full-size cars.
Fully loaded Impala is what it was.
Yes, absolutely. They even actually went on and introduced it as a limited Caprice custom sedan trim package for the 65 Impala, which came out in the 66 models. It featured upgraded interiors, unique badging, upscale trim such as wood, grain trim, thicker carpeting, better sound insulation. And engines.
That's a good-looking car right there.
It is. That is a nice-looking car. Yep. Engine choices, you had a 283 V8 at 195 horsepower. The 327 had 250, or you could get the 396 at 325 horsepower.
396.
Yeah, you talk about
gulp. Leaded fuel.
And so 1966, the first Shelby GT350 was delivered to Hertz. Now, this is where Ford and Shelby American delivered the first Shelby
Hertz
GT.
Put you in the driver's seat today.
The only problem is this had a top. You couldn't drop down into it. It's a GT350H is the way it was packaged as part of the Rent a Racer program. So customers could actually rent this high-performance Mustang based on the GT350. Had a 306 horsepower 289 V8. Automatic transmission, and they were all black and gold. Now, these were rented to car enthusiasts, so a lot of people got to drive these performance cars that they wouldn't otherwise get to drive because you couldn't get too many of them out on a test drive. After they were kind of went out into the open market, a lot of them ended up being raced, and they're very collectible to this day, particularly in their factory Hertz.
Well, that's a later model there.
That is a later model, yes, but it's still a 350H. Okay, so then in 1952...
Clearly Nash, not in order here. Oh, God.
Yes, the Nash Kelvinator Corporation and the Hudson Motor Car Company merged to form the American Motors Corporation. It was the largest corporate merger in U.S. automotive history at that time. Now, AMC's aim was to compete with the Big Three. They were going to build compact, innovative cars. The merger led to models like the Rambler, the Javelin, and the Gremlin. And despite the success they had in these niche markets, they never could make it long-term, and they were eventually acquired by Chrysler in 1987.
I can't imagine why. Probably some right below the Edsel is the attractiveness to me.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I thought. I like the car.
I would drive it.
In 1979, and this I thought was rather unusual, never thought about it, the 3 Mile Island nuclear accident.
Oh, I thought that was a Tesla plant there.
Yeah, Tesla dealership. The 3 Mile accident happened on March 28th. Now, this heightened the public fear of nuclear energy, and what this did caused people to be more reliant on fossil fuels, which influenced the fuel economy regulations, which caused the automakers to focus on smaller, more fuel-efficient cars, and that allowed the acceleration of compacts being imported and ended up with domestic fuel savers like the Chevette and the Ford Escort.
The new little Chevy Chevette. Brother.
So that was some of the things we found in this week in automotive history.
All right.